Cool. Wow.
Morning, Clem.
Good morning.
Morning.
Sorry, Joel.
Morning, Rami. Thanks for watching us on What Wake Up and Think Clearly YouTube channel live and in color. Live
I'm gonna go prepare coffee now
from
for my wife on mute.
live from Orlando. It's Saturday morning live. Oh, welcome, Clam Howard.
Thank you.
Oh, Clam Howard said, "Thank you. Thank you for thanking me. It's so grateful to be grateful." Or yes. Yes, this morning I just had some water. Oh, I'm thinking of making some porridge, some oatmeal in my rice cooker. Yes, it's got a setting for cooking porridge too. So that could be good enough for making something like muesli. Muesli. I got muesli. Maybe I could. Maybe I should add oatmeal to it. Yeah.
Hello, Clem. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. You figured out Zoom. You're at a Zoom meeting.
Pretty much so, I guess.
Wow.
What time is it where you are? It must be like 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's like 7:10 right now.
Oh, it's only an hour
Wow.
difference. I thought 7 p.m. No way. 7 a.m.
No, 7 a.m. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's only an hour difference. I thought it was a 2-hour difference.
You're in central time zone.
Central. Yes.
What state?
Texas.
Oh, yes.
Clem is the fellow who created the custom board.
He has. He's made the most beautiful board that I have.
Oh,
Thank you.
You're the fellow that makes the custom board?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh, I'm glad. So you got my message. I thought it'd be 6 o'clock in the morning for you. I didn't think that it would arrive, but you figured it out, and you've got the software. Is this your very first Zoom meeting?
This is very first.
Holy smokes, guys! This is
Clem. And
we're here, and Clem is losing his Zoom virginity. Right?
We've played this game of Vinci in this meeting at around this time or so, or maybe 9. How many times? Maybe a handful of times already.
Yeah. Well, these two guys, Rami and Jairo, are the most experienced Vinci players outside of myself that I know of.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. They played it a few times, and they're both quite good. Even Rami came up with a whole new concept last week. We don't know whether when it's your turn to remove another player's piece, whether it's your duty to do it or if it's just an option. Introduced a whole new concept we haven't thought about.
Oh, an option for a strategic option to combine forces to eliminate someone that's winning, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what happened. He used his strategy to make me make a move that caused him to win the game.
What?
He psyched me out.
How did that happen?
Well, Rami with all of his sympathetic and I don't want to offend anybody's and all that stuff. I got drawn into his narrative, and then I removed a piece that I would not normally remove instead of the one I should have taken, and it caused me not to win. Anyway, it was interesting.
Oh.
So this Clem, you can see, is how people can communicate and play board games right across the continent. I'm in Canada, they're in Florida, you're in Texas. This is a board we can use to play if we want to have a game together. And that's how people from all over the world play. We had a guy from Copenhagen last week or 2 weeks ago.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We've had people from Japan, people from Nepal, people from China. Have we had an Australian yet? I know in several other groups we've had Australians.
We've had it.
Not that I can recall, but Clem, I think, no, you're not the first guy from Texas. Who was that guy in Texas who has 3 dogs? Jorge?
Jorge
Yeah.
or George Hernandez.
Yes, that's right. He's in Texas, I think, isn't he?
Yes.
He's in Austin. I haven't seen him in a while.
Austin or Houston. Or Austin. Yeah,
I
maybe
gotta go
Austin.
check on my boiling water.
I haven't seen him either. Yes, they come whenever they can, and or so sometimes someone that we haven't seen for a long time shows up. Maybe I guess we invited him, and I guess I should try to do that. Invite people. Yeah.
Well, this is a first for me. I've never done this before.
Oh, and you've never done Zoom before?
No, sir.
Wow. Yes, it's kind of difficult because it's got all these buttons. They're hidden. Are you using a phone? Oh, you.
Yes. Yeah, I'm using my phone right now.
Yeah, when you tap in the middle of the screen, it shows controls at the bottom like silence.
Okay, let me try
holds
that.
video, participants, chat.
Okay, yeah.
Reactions. And you can slide it over towards the left, from right to left, and you get more controls.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So it's pretty powerful. All kinds of things that you can do.
Huh.
Yeah. So sometimes we want to do something and we don't know how to do it. So we
Right.
try things and that's how you do it. Oh, I guess we could look it up or Google it, how to do this and that. Let's see. Oh, there's my. Oh, I'm gonna try to eat this. This is like muesli. Or maybe it's this one. I can open this one. Yeah. I'm gonna try to cook this. It's got whole grain wheat, dates, sunflower seeds, raisins. Oh, wow. All kinds of grains. Rye, barley, oats, almonds, flax seeds, walnuts. Wow. It's Bob's Red Mill. Country style muesli.
Bob's Red Mill's the best. The best I found so far out of all the different notes. They don't seem to cover it in Roundup.
They do.
Do they? No, I don't think so.
You're not wearing these things.
Sorry, my wife's trying to get me out of my pants and I'm fighting her. Can you believe that, guys?
Any other time you'd want it to happen. No, don't try today, okay?
Aww.
Okay, bye.
We'll have your coffee shortly.
Yeah, you're about to be off.
Oh, Clem, do you do woodworking kind of stuff?
Okay, bye.
Yes. About 10 years ago, I had 2 strokes. I used to be a nurse, and I was sitting at the house going nuts. And I told my wife, I said, I have to do something.
Yeah.
So I built me a wood shop, and I started my woodworking, and
Wow.
been doing it ever since.
That's awesome.
Hmm. Oh man, woodworking is fun. Have you cut your fingers off yet? No, that's good.
Thank goodness I haven't done that yet. I have cut myself though before.
That's dangerous.
Yes, but
Hmm.
I'll be honest with you, it's a God-given gift.
Yeah. Hmm. And did you know how to do woodworking before you started doing woodworking, or you just learned on your
Yes,
learn?
I knew how to do woodworking, but after my strokes, I thought maybe I had forgot a lot of it because of the brain damage. And so I decided I had to try because I had to do something. I had to get out of this house, and it's a little harder, yes, because I have to sit and think real hard on things, but I
Wow.
can do it. And I'm telling you, it's a God-given gift.
Yes, maybe it's exercising your brain like a muscle. Yeah. So
Yes, I
it
agree.
doesn't get worse.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And yes, learning something new is good exercise.
Yes,
Yes. Hmm. Wow. Yes. It's hard. Yeah.
it is.
Yeah. I like to do to work with wood. I don't get too much of a chance to, but I built some bookshelves for all these books.
Wow.
And
Yes.
hung these televisions from the ceiling. Hmm. And I got some pieces of wood that I want to maybe build a table, but I haven't gotten around to it, and there's no space.
Right. Yes.
Let's see what. Hmm. I'm wearing shorts. Maybe I should wear some. I mean, I'm wearing underwear. Maybe I should put some shorts on. Oh, here's some shorts. I got stuff on my bed. It's a big bed, but I use it like a table.
I'm still in my pajamas.
Oh, we have Rami is back.
Yep, there he is.
Sorry, guys. My wife
Mhm.
has the power of resetting our internet. So if I'm not doing what she wants, she just knocks me right offline.
Well, whenever
Wow.
I hooked up, it asked me if I wanted to use my phone and Wi-Fi, so I put that. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
hoping I don't lose connection.
Yeah, if your wife shuts off the internet or pulls the plug on it, you still have the the outside network.
Right.
Mm.
Huh.
Mm.
Hubby,
Wow.
Oscar needs something.
Mm. Mm. And have and hmm. What other what things
Knock
have
him
you
offline.
Clem, what things have you made with your woodworking shop? Things for others? Like what
Yes,
kind of things?
I had a lady from Arkansas. I built her, or I'm working on it right now, is a China hutch.
Mm.
And I see I built, I usually make round top cedar hope chests. Um, just about anything, because if I don't know how to make it, I always tell people, if you want me to try, I will try. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. So
Wow.
I'm always looking for something that's a challenge. So
And you can get plans for them
well, I
or
usually
draw them.
I usually I have the ability, as long as I can see it, a picture or something like that, I can sit and draw plans from it.
Mm.
So I do my own plans.
Mm. Oh, wow, that's good. Oh, oh, oh.
It's something that gives me a reason to get up every day and look forward to it.
Wow, you got up early today, or you get up this early usually?
No, well, yeah, yes and no. A lot of times I'll sleep in, but I had my alarm set to be going off. Matter of fact, I probably need to turn it off because it's probably going to go off here in a minute because I woke up early.
Oh. Mm. Here's a beautiful day in the neighborhood
Well, it
or
sure
in the
looks like it.
backyard. I live in the backyard.
Uh,
That's the back of the house, the main house. And here's a little shack where I live. Mm.
and where
And
do you
here,
live?
this is
In Winter
the
Park,
the
Florida.
city of Winter Park. And let's see.
I'm living in
That's
Orlando, which
Orlando.
cities border each other. Yes, I'm just north of the international airport.
Wow.
Let's
I live
see.
in I live in Sweetwater, Texas, where the largest rattlesnake roundup is.
Sounds beautiful
Oh,
and exciting.
oh, so you met Joel in the snake rodeo or something like that.
That's correct. I have a booth I set up every year at Rattlesnake Roundup, and he showed up and spoke to me, and we've known each
And,
other since then.
and what do you sell in the booth? Your woodworking
All
maybe?
Yes, all my wood products, and then I also build, like I said, I build those round top cedar hope chests, and I'll sell chances for people to win it. So,
Wow, you're so creative.
well, thank you.
Wow.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people can do it, but they're scared to try to do it.
Mm. Yeah,
It's the same with playing Vinci.
Yeah.
they
It's
can
just
do it,
like
but they're
playing Vinci.
scared. And Vinci is 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 hard at first, I guess. But it's a lot easier than chess. You don't have to remember so many different ways of moving.
And that's another thing. I used to be a really good chess player, but after
Yeah.
my strokes, I tried again. My friend invited me for a chess match, and I wasn't very good. I have forgotten a lot.
Yeah.
Just means you have to
Wow.
play a whole lot of games
Oh.
all over again.
Yes,
Oh,
that
thank
is
you.
true.
Hmm. I'm gonna take this with me. To eat.
Clem, you're just on a cell phone, are you?
Yes,
So
I'm on my cell phone.
do you see all of us or just one or two?
No, I see two. Well, I see all three of y'all, and then a board.
Okay, but it's got to be very tiny. It's not easy to see.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. Probably next time I do it, I'll do it via my laptop.
Yeah,
So
that'd be much better.
yeah, I kind of
Oh,
figured that.
but you can swipe to one side or the other, and it gives you a view of one person at a time. You if you're seeing several people,
Uh-huh.
you could move with your finger. You grab one side and move it to the other side, and it'll show you just one speaker at a time.
Huh.
Maybe it'll show you the board at bigger size.
I wonder if I turn it to the side, would it make the screen bigger?
Oh, it make it wider, like a
Okay,
landscape view.
I'll try it. All they did was just spread it out across the screen. That's okay though.
Back in our bed.
because the the tile with the game board is in that way. Mm,
Huh.
Can you can you um can you slide? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, slide from right to left. Oh, from left to right. Maybe it'll show you the one person.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Yes, I got you. It just shows you.
Yeah, maybe when we start playing the game, then he can set it, or we can set it up so it shows one board covering the whole screen.
I've got it. It's got all. Let's see. It's got all y'all, and then a Vinci
Maybe.
board.
Let's see if I can. How is it? How is it that we pin the Vinci board? Let's see.
You have to use the spotlight feature. You go to Vinci board and you spotlight it for all. I forget what that was in Spanish. You've got the Spanish version of Zoom, right?
Me?
No,
Yeah. Oh,
Designar para. Hacer, destacar. Oh, maybe it's this.
I wrote
Did that
Spanish
do it?
Peru, and I think for him to be able to keep up
Oh
with
yes, I
Espanol,
think I did it.
Yeah. there it is. So
Wow.
There's
You-
another board. It's a bit confusing because it's got some extra holes in it.
yeah. That's what I was noticing. I was like, wow, what is that?
It was just cut out of a Chinese checkers board, and it's got some extra pieces.
That's
Oh.
called warped Vinci.
Hey, there you go.
That's when you're not a professional woodworker, you got to make do with what you can find instead of making the right thing. So, Clem, I'm not sure what you know of the rules or what you remember. Do you want me to quickly, Hiro and Rami, is that okay for me to, or how would you guys teach it?
Yeah.
What would you think the first thing a person has to learn? I guess this is confusing because we got these extra holes there.
I'm a man of drafts, so if I were to start writing instructions, they'd come out very simple, and then I'd, like you have done, fill in details as going along, and or revise and or correct.
Mm.
Oh, this is, see, already I've done something wrong. I picked out the 1/4 cup instead of the 1/3 cup. Here we go.
Anyway,
So let's see. Do you want us to try to explain it?
yeah, how would you guys do it? I got to go back and check my porridge. So
Sure. Well, let's see if you can find the board that Clint made. I think that would be a.
it's down in my car. It's my favorite board. It's all down.
Okay.
I keep it with me all the time, and I show people this is the first American made Vinci board, made in Texas, made out of salt oak.
So Vinci is shares with another common marble game, Go, in that it's about capturing territory.
Huh.
Mm.
There's 17 spaces, and you can have 2 or more players if how do I put this? But it's also not a game where you need the territory to win. It's rather a game of what you can build within that territory. And by building, well, what we're doing is actually building shapes. And there are 3 shapes that will give you a score. Those shapes are 1 point for a triangle, and the points in the triangle have to be immediately adjacent. It can't be there's gaps in between. 2 points for a square, because it's really 2 triangles. Again, that's a square where all the slots are immediately adjacent, and 3 points for a straight line. You're already familiar with the shape of the board, given that you've made one.
Correct.
And the only way that slot 9, there's a 1 through 9 on one side, 1 through 9 on the other side, where 9's a shared square. The only way you can place a marble into that shared square spot is if you're forming a line. Now, there's something that he's incorporated. There are various kind of rules, and we played variations of them. But the one I've seen consistent throughout them is something he's termed as equalization. Because the person who goes first will automatically have, if it's a 2-player game, for instance, will have 9 pieces at the end of the gameplay, and the person who went second would have 8 pieces, and that's a result of there being 17 squares. 9 and 8 is 17. So this equalization rule that Joel, the game creator, has incorporated is that the person who went second gets to remove 1 of the pieces, so that you both end up with 8 pieces on there. And then you do the scoring. It's played usually, a Canadian game, as Joel has described it, operates in 3 innings, or more generically, that would be rounds. The person who wins the first round gets 1 point. If the person who won the first round won the second round or inning, they'll get an extra point, bringing them up to 3. So they win the first, they win the second, and they get the extra point. And then the third inning is worth 3 points. That is the game in its most simple form as I've received it from Joel. And feel free to ask any and all questions as we go along.
Interesting.
Isn't it like if you get 4 in a row, where you keep track of the with the die in the middle of the game? If you get 4 in a row, is that an additional point?
Yes, that's a great question. In fact, that's how I was able to take the game when we did a 3-player game last week, which is in the YouTube archive, if you want to go back and watch it. In that I got 4 in a row across the middle 9 space, and it's actually worth 6 points because it's 1 3 in a row and an additional 3 in a row.
Okay.
That just sort of overlapped the 2 middle spots, so that was worth 6 points.
So strategically, the person who went second, when he removes one of the marbles, in the line, strategically he should look to where it would either break up the 3, or a triangle or a square, whatever is best, what is more points.
Right. Yes. Yeah. That would be the logical strategic.
Okay.
Move.
Exactly. You're trying to do as much damage to your opponent as you can. So you want to find the piece that has the biggest
Right. Okay.
breaking up. So it's always a trade-off when you're playing the game, in my opinion. Sorry for interfering here, guys. I just got my
You're the game creator.
yeah. But you guys teach me as much about it as I know myself. So basically the dilemma each time you make a move is, do you build your points or do you block your opponents from getting more points?
Right. Okay.
What's more advantageous? It's not always easy to predict.
Wow.
So the other thing that's unique and different
what is the optimum strategy? Is it a combination of those two? Or is it possible to win doing one or the other only? Or do you have to use both of them, like block or build, or block and build?
It will all depend on what your opponents do.
I'd say it's probably a hybrid of each, but dependent upon a number of factors, at least 2 or 3.
And what you expect or predict your opponent might do in his round is your opponent aware that he could get 3 in a row, or is he gonna forget that, or doesn't see it, and so he's gonna do something else? But you think, wow.
What is his attention focused on? And can you distract him, or does it matter? Maybe you have a strong enough position.
Distract them with a pretty picture of a pretty woman.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Wow.
So have you explained the arrangement of the board?
Can
Pretty much.
can
So this very centerpiece is the only spot that has that doesn't show up. I need something darker. This is the only spot that you cannot occupy right from the beginning. The only way you can occupy that is I got to get some proper sized playing pieces here. What am I doing today? Hold on, I got to find. I'm a bit discombobulated. I wasn't sure whether Clem would be here or anybody would want to play, or
I have an electrical engineering friend, and his email address, I won't mention the domain, is combobulated.
yeah. I'm dropping all these pieces around. Hold on. Uh-oh, all my pieces are rolling around here. Okay, I got something now. See, the idea is that you can play this with anything. Once you got the board and you know how to play, you can use marbles, you can use playing pieces from another set or what have you.
Oh, you know what? You could use a chessboard and then cover the squares that
Yeah,
will make the board like have those 3x3s touching, 2 3x3s touching. That might be and use for a 2-player you could use the white pawns. Oh no, there might not be enough.
yeah, there would be enough, but just exactly enough on a chess game.
I mean, not in. There's 8 pawns. Is that all you need?
Yeah, you'll need one more, but you can use one extra. Remember, you remove one of them. In the end, you've got 8 for each. Oh, I dropped a bunch of pieces on the floor now. Oh my God. Anyway, so that's the center. Okay, you cannot occupy the center unless it forms 3 in a row.
And we're using the holes
Yeah,
that
I'm using
have
the
that have like a bed for the marbles, but
Yeah.
not. Can you cover the holes that we're not going to be using with tape?
I wonder if I have enough pieces here.
With the tape? Do you have tape to cover the other holes that are not being used?
I could do that, but I don't have the tape handy. It's gonna take me time to get that organized, and also it's a little more visually challenging.
Oh,
It makes people have to concentrate. These 3 don't count. Let's see if I can cover those 3 up. Whoop. Yeah, here I can put 3 blue ones.
Maybe those 3 could be used for purgatory or something. Your pieces would go there.
Counting the innings. I'm really getting screwed up here. Guys, I'm doing too many things. I got my porridge in one hand. I'm dropping game pieces in the other hand. I got to take a timeout.
It's all right, Joel. That's
Or-
a good move. I was multi-failing myself.
Or you could have institute a new rule where after every 10 minutes there's a trivial quiz that that if you get the answer right, then you get to remove a piece from any of the other players.
Well, you can make it as complicated as you like, but the bottom line is, can people recognize shapes, basic shapes? Because when people get older, and I think I'm the oldest person here officially, that's one of the first signs that they don't have the same capacities they had when they were younger.
Mm,
So people will have challenges. Some people, young people usually don't have those problems until they get to be over 60 or 70 or maybe 80.
mm,
So it basically uses those three primary shapes. And I should have another blue marble, but I don't. It rolled away now.
mm,
So there's a triangle for you, but that's off the board.
mm.
These little holes are off the board. I don't have any pegs that are just the right size. I got too many
Mm.
things floating around here. And this is
Okay.
the one spot in the center. I got a little red fluffy ball. It's the only one spot that you cannot use until it forms three in a row. And the way that I would teach this is to ask people if they know how many ways you can form three in a row through the center,
Yeah.
and if they can see them all, because there are actually
Let's
9
see.
different ways.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Is 159 a valid way, Joel?
Yeah. So
1, 5.
now the numbers that they're using, Clem, you're not familiar with, because when we play online, since we're not sitting
Mm.
beside each other, we've made a map of the board with numbers on it so that you can say where you want your piece placed.
Okay.
Like on a chessboard. So the ones in the far corner are number 5. The center in each one of these halves, you might say, is number 1. And the center is number 9. So that would be one way to get 3 in a row.
Okay.
And of course, oh, my skin is too dry. I can't get these pieces out.
Oh yes, this board stretches out the board in
Yeah, it's a little
opposite
harder to
directions.
see.
So that means that a square would look
Oh,
like
God.
what's that shape?
Parallelogram.
Parallelogram. Hmm.
Oh, I gotta take a timeout and get organized here. Otherwise, I keep dropping things all over the floor.
All right.
Hmm. And I'm going to attempt to cook some porridge,
Oatmeal.
some oatmeal, one part oatmeal, one part muesli, and one part, well, whatever, however much water it needs. I'm gonna use this rice cooker. It's got a porridge setting, Let's see how it comes out. I'll try not to make too much.
There's a variation of the game called Four Orphans, which would enable a 4 in a row, which is the longest possible. I don't know that it's good to introduce with the Four Orphans variation, though.
I wouldn't at this point, simply because I think that the way to start people is just to let them know the basic game and the basic rules and the basic shape of the board.
Very good.
But I do agree that once you get familiar with that, there are several or multiple variations that can make the game more interesting and more challenging. And I have to go to the washroom.
Right. So an example, Clem, we, Hyro, Joel, and I, well, Joel's done this before, no doubt, but Hyro and I think it was our first time last week where we played a 3-player game, which Joel included. Because there's 17 spots, that means that you have 2 people with 6 and 1 with 5. The person going third ends up with 5 on the board before there's the elimination. And the way he had set it up is that there was a knock-on effect. The person who went third, who has 5, chooses to remove 1, and then the person who had 1 removed gets to remove an additional piece. I don't know if it's limited necessarily to the one who still has 6 pieces, though. There's a lot of implications to this game. Let me go let the other know.
The way that I think of it, or I try to explain it, I'm not sure if it's the best way or the only way, is that it's, in my opinion, as complicated as chess, but with much simpler rules.
Well, simpler moves, I would say, but it's somewhere between chess and Go and something else.
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment, and you can, if you have any pieces from another board, because the biggest problem for Clem is he can make the boards, but then just assembling all the pieces, and packaging it up is a big hassle and a big investment of money and energy. And until people know what the game is and if they're going to like it, they don't want to pay for that.
Well, I mean, marbles don't necessarily cost as long as they're different colored. And you don't need anything other than perhaps if you can include a die if you want to decide who goes first. But we haven't really used them. I mean, that can be decided by a coin flip or a couple of coin flips if there's more than one person.
Yeah.
The marbles and a decider, even that's not necessary if.
So
people want to decide amongst themselves without an aid.
I should go through all the games we've played and edit and combine into a big video showing all the games we've played.
I mean, all the Vinci games specifically.
All the Vinci games we've played.
Yeah.
So
Can you do that easily, Hyro? Do you know how to edit that kind of video?
And then upload it to this channel, and well, or maybe I could cut out only the games we've played and make a video of each one, and then put them in a playlist. And then click on the playlist, and you can select by what day it was, or
it's sorted by whether it's a 2-player game, a 3-player game, or a 4-player.
What kind of game it was.
As long as you're describing each video in the description well enough, like 3 players, comma 2 players, comma 3 players, or you'll come up.
And then, start the video when the rules are given.
That's a good idea.
Then,
in the
People
final
watch it.
analysis,
Mhm.
there's only really one way to learn it. It's just like playing chess. You got to actually play it.
Yes, agreed.
You know,
Mm.
you can read about it, you can think about it, you can imagine it, but the
Mm.
actual learning of the game will only happen after you try it.
So
And
having
Mm.
said so, what would you like to do this morning, Clem? Would you like to play the game or watch the game be played?
In all honesty, I'd like to watch y'all play the game,
That's how I
and
started.
then if I have a question, I'll just pop in and ask. And
Oh, hubby,
okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah.
who wants that? Do you want, should we start with a 2-player game for the championship
That's the
of the
simplest.
state of Florida?
Oh, this is no championship. It's just a friendly practice demonstration round.
Mm. Yes, a 2-player game.
So
And yeah, Vinci, you're our or Joel rather, you're our game master here, and you know Hyro and I are both familiar enough with the rules that if either of us don't think that that all the rules are being followed, we'll call out on that.
okay,
Hmm.
so the first and most important thing about a game is who's playing. So until you have that, until you have at least 2 willing players, you've got nothing to observe, nothing to talk about, blah blah blah. So am I clear that Rami and Hyro are
Maybe.
willing players?
Well, let's see.
Maybe we need to let's see uh show an avatar.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what an avatar is, but for now,
Okay.
okay, so Hyro will be one avatar. I don't
That's
even know how to do that.
what
but
is that? What am I?
What is it?
Maybe a chipmunk or a squirrel in a hoodie.
How do I change it?
That's okay.
Maybe it's under settings.
Hyro's the great at distraction and finding the inane and taking up space and time.
okay, so Rami, with
I'll
your
take it
permission,
off.
I'll roll the dice for you.
Go ahead.
Oh,
So
there we go.
take it 4, 5, 8,
Ooh.
11, 19.
Well, wait
I
a minute.
concur.
Let me
Double check. Everything is transparent here. So
verify that. Let's see. 7, 8, and 11, 19.
yeah, Rami, you agree?
I agree.
Okay, Hyro, I'll roll for you. Now, this
Hmm.
obviously everybody would roll their own if we were sitting around a coffee table, but
Wait a minute. That's not a roll. You placed it on there. And you have to blow. You have to blow on it.
6,
Oh, let's see.
16. Okay, so Hyro
Oh,
had the higher
yeah.
roll, I think.
22.
21 or 22. I didn't. Doesn't matter as long as it's more than Rami's. You've won the roll.
I've won the roll.
You've won the roll.
All right, I won the roll. Let's stop here. This is good. I like winning.
Everybody likes winning.
Let's
Okay,
see. Oh, what do I get? What? Tell us what Hyro gets.
Hyro gets to make 2 decisions.
Oh man.
One, he gets to
Life
decide whether
changing.
he wants to play first or second.
Hmm.
And 2, he gets to pick the color of the dice that he will use to keep his score.
Oh wow. Oh
Okay.
man. Those are tough. Let's see.
Decisions, Hyro.
I'll choose I'll choose. I could also, instead of choosing whether to go first or second, I could also choose to deny my choice of whether to go first or second and let Rami choose that. I could do that too, couldn't I?
You could.
All right, so you're taking the responsibility from yourself and placing it on me, Haro?
Yes,
I could do that, couldn't I?
you could, but there
Joel, do
comes
you have
a
a
point,
coin?
guys. I'm sorry,
You have a coin,
probably.
or that middle concave, convex plastic piece would work. Let's flip that. I'll take concave.
I don't
And
have
if
that.
I get
Wait,
if it comes
wait.
up, okay, if it comes up heads, what is this? This is
Wait,
one of those Canadian.
wait a minute.
That's a
Wait a minute.
Canadian quarter.
Wait a
Canadian
minute.
quarter. So does it have Queen
The game
Elizabeth
doesn't
II
have to
or
take this
King
long,
Charles
Clem, but these
III?
guys can go on forever.
Wait a minute. I haven't made my choice yet. And
Oh.
I haven't chosen what color
They can
what
drag this out forever, guys. Let's have a game already.
okay, I'll go second.
Okay.
There we go.
And
Now
what color?
I get to choose what color die.
Yeah.
Oh, green, as in, oh, there's no green. Oh, it's kind of green. Teal.
Okay. Rami, you got to go first because Hyro is already picked, and you get to pick which color die you want to use to keep your score.
Mm,
Today I'll take the white and black.
White and black. Okay.
white
So
and black.
green and white. And because we don't have any other players, we don't need any of these other die, but I'll use the blue one just to keep a record of what inning we're in.
Oh,
So we'll take these three and get rid of them for now. So we're in the first inning. Rami has to go first, and he has to place one piece anywhere that he can, which is a choice of 16 spaces. And like in chess, he will be the white player.
16.
I know where I'm going to place it, but I want to know who's on the head of the quarter.
8,
Queen.
9, 9 is
Okay, thank you. Number
8,
one, either side.
17. 17 spaces? Oh no,
Yeah, but
16.
one of them can't be used yet because it's the center. You have to
That's
have
right.
0. Now,
Okay.
Pyro, you're the dark piece. Where do you want to go?
Ah, this is tough. I think I'll go over the position to the left of the white piece, the far yeah, that one. Yes.
Okay, Rami.
Deep marble, by the way. I'll take one on the opposite side.
Hyro.
Oh. Oh.
Hyro, your move.
That was an mental error, a mistake that could cause my demise. Okay, because he's going to get the one in the middle.
Right.
So I'm gonna spank my ass. No, I'm going to. Okay, my turn. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to place mine on the opposite end.
That was a very good move, Hyro.
Maybe. Your move, Rami.
I will take number 2 on your left side, Joel.
On my left side, number 2.
Thank you.
Oh. Oh. I'm gonna take number 2, 3, 4, 5.
You've already got 5.
Got both 5s.
What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6. I
Okay,
miscounted.
Very good. And I'll take 7. Same.
Oh,
Iro,
oh. I'll take 1, 2, 3.
on which side?
On the side where Rami placed his last one. Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
Walk.
Iro.
Oh,
No. Rami.
sorry.
actually, Hyro just moved, so it's Rami.
Yeah.
I will take 2 on the opposite side.
Hmm. Oh. Oh. I will take. Mm, 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 mm. I will take 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side I was at last time. Yes.
Rami.
I got a 3 in a row.
6 on your right side, Joel.
Oh, but I have a
Congratulations,
a
Hyro.
triangle too.
Yeah. So you've got 4 points already on the board.
Oh, he got 3 in a row. He hasn't taken the one in the middle yet.
That's right.
It must be a strategy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh,
And he's in no hurry
mm.
because you're not in a position to take it, so he doesn't have to worry.
I'll take 1, 2, 3 on the.
To a cherry here.
Yes, I'll take position 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
I'll take 8 on your other side, on your left side. Thank you.
I need salt.
Oh. Wow.
Salt hubs.
Let's see. I'll get. Hmm.
Oh,
I'll take precision.
with some salty.
Mm. 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 Oh, 8. Aha.
Another good move, Hyro. Excellent. I will have to take
My herbal milk
4
for a cherry here.
on your right side, Joel. Thank you.
Oh, he sunk my battleship. No, he blocked me. Ah, arg, arg. Ah. Oh wait, I could get the guy in the center. I'll take position. Oh wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that's the only one I can take.
Guess so. And
And
you're
then
up. So now Rami has no choice. He has to take the center because he's the only one with a piece left.
oh no,
Yeah,
he's
but
got 3 in a row, and another 3 in a row going from the center upwards to the right. Oh, another 3 in a row. Diagonally or parallelly or vertically, horizontally. Horizontally? Hmm. Yeah,
okay,
right through the stretched out board.
I think we
Oh,
can.
wow.
I think we can save a little bit of time here, since
Yeah.
Rami has the white ones, and Hyro has the dark ones. I think we can count up Hyro's points and find out if Rami's pieces can anywhere be interfered with to get less points than Hyro. So Hyro has 3 in a row here, and a triangle attached to that. So that's
4.
4 points.
Ah,
So you have to be able to remove
What do you
One
make?
of-
Homemade corn chips over there.
one of Rami's pieces that will bring his score below 4, and I don't think you can do it. If
let's see. If you remove that one in the middle, then he'll have 3.
and 1 is 4 plus 2 there. So I would say that Rami is definitely the winner of the first inning.
Ah,
So we take his colored die and we place it on the board, number 1 facing up. That tells us that Rami is on the board with number 1 facing up. He's on the board with a score of 1 game point. Then we empty the board and we place the inning counter at number 2. Or this was just another peg that I used to keep track of the innings. We can take this one and move it to the second spot. It's another way of just keeping track of the same thing. It's not that difficult when there's only 2 players. Everybody knows which is which and who's who. But when you get 3 and 4 players, it gets a little bit chaotic. So it's just another little option for putting a few small holes in the board. And now we reverse the order of play because the person who goes second usually has an advantage. And we don't want the same player to have the same advantage consistently. So we rotate the order of play. So Jairo went second in the first inning, and he'll go first in the second inning.
oh,
Hold on, I got to put my bowl down.
so even though I'm going first, I'm at a disadvantage.
Yeah, you're
So,
at 2 disadvantages now, Jairo, because you're down 1 point.
oh
1
no,
point.
I
Rami is on
wouldn't.
the board with 1 game.
I
point.
wouldn't bet on myself.
Yeah, as that biblical saying goes, the race is not always to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but that's the way to bet. I wouldn't say that you're in a strong position. One other little rule about scoring, if the same player wins the first 2 innings consecutively, in other words, one after another without a tie or anything intervening, they get an extra point. So
Wow.
if Rami wins this, he will get 1 more point for winning the round, but he'll get a bonus point for winning both in a row. So just a little vulnerability. Okay, Rami, it's your move this time.
No, no, it's mine.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this time you're right. Yeah, it's easy to get confused when you're as old as me,
Hmm.
even if I'm not trying to cheat.
Hmm.
Well, if
Oh,
you
I-
cheat for too long, it becomes your norm.
Yes,
So it
that's
gets
true.
harder to play it straight.
Hmm. Okay. I'll place a piece on number 1 on the right side.
Your right or my right?
Am I right? There.
And to make it easy on you, Joel, I'm going to speak in the same term of reference, so you're not having to switch back and forth between.
Doesn't
your
matter.
right or our right.
It exercises my pea brain mind.
Well, yeah, I'll take number 1 on the opposite end, and I'm just going to call that side the opposite end.
Okay, Rami. Jairo.
Okay.